Welcome back to the Padilla Family Homestead. This video is actually going to span over a couple of days, but today we are going to start with showing you what we received. So we were gifted an entire box of bananas. Now it's a lot of bananas. We do have a lot of people in the house, but that's still a whole lot of bananas. So we are going to preserve some of these. The first thing we need to do is take all the bananas out and see what we are wanting. So this is a ton of bananas, which is amazing. Some of them are getting moldy around the tips. There was a lot of moisture in the box. So we're going to try to process as much of these today as I possibly can. Some of them I busted open, so I'm going to go ahead and start with these. The first thing I'm going to do is take some parchment paper, and I'm putting it down on this really large baking sheet. The parchment paper is going to help the bananas not stick to the baking sheet when I put these in the freezer. Now what I'm working on here is I am just making slices of bananas to par-freeze and put in the freezer for smoothies. When you par-freeze like this, you are stopping your fruit from getting stuck in one big clump. So when you put fruit into a Ziploc bag and it's still sticky and moist, and is not partially frozen, it will become one solid block. But when you par-freeze like this and it's partially frozen and you have the outside frozen over, it will go into a bag and not become a solid block, and you'll be able to pull out what you want to use. So when you buy fruit frozen from the store, you are getting stuff that has been par-frozen like this and then put into a bag. That's why it's more easily separatable. I'm also going to freeze the bananas, some of them whole, because I want to be able to make banana bread this fall. We are going to we have a lot of people in the house, but we're probably going to be gifting some as well. And so being able to make some chocolate chip banana bread or some regular banana bread, whatever we want to make with this, having them individually frozen is great. It takes about 2 bananas to make a loaf of banana bread. The third way I plan on using the bananas is to make banana chips. Now with banana chips, you need to do thin slices, and some of these shown here are a little too thick, which is why it took longer to dehydrate. But you want to make thin slices as even as possible, which is not easy with ripe bananas, and lay them out on your tray. 3 trays for me did about a quart jar full of bananas, chips with a few extras that we just snacked on. This is a great way to put them up and to preserve them for future snacks. That does not require electricity. It is shelf stable, which is amazing. So once the trays are full, I pop them into our dehydrator at 135, and I let them go for a couple of hours. Sorry, probably more like 6 hours. And then I flip each individual one. And then once I'm done flipping them, I let them go until dry. The reason why I flip them partway through is to make them easier to remove when they're done dehydrating completely. Okay, so the bananas are done in the dehydrator. It's actually 2 days later. I turned these off this morning. And I have some that were done early on. I'm going to go ahead and put those in this jar. The goal for banana chips is you want them to break easily. You don't want them to still be sticky. So I would go through, let it cool, and let it cool for a little bit, and then see how hard they work. Because when they're hot, they're still pliable. See, that one's a little questionable to me, but we're going to put these in here, and then we'll condition them for about a week, meaning we are going to allow them to sit completely sealed and shake them around, and if they're still wet, then we'll dehydrate them some more. There is not a set time for how long they should dehydrate for. I dehydrate them at 135 degrees until done. And I didn't get them all the same thickness, so some took longer than others. I did turn them off, and I feel like they have added in some, this tray especially, has added in some stickiness. I don't know. I'm questioning these. I might put this tray back in. This tray is pretty sticky. So if you leave it off for too long, they'll collect moisture that's in the air. And if you live in a humid place, it's going to take longer for them to dry. We live in a humid place, and it is humid right now. But these are sticky. They taste done though. I'm going to seal these in an airtight container. Make sure I shake them around, make sure there's no moisture left. I'm going to put these back on the dehydrator. And I'm actually going to do 2 more trays of banana chips. And then what I'll do is do another tray of frozen slices and another tray of whole bananas that are ready for bread. So I did give some bananas away. We gave a couple of bunches away to one of my friend's family members, and his kids, so they'll eat them up. And I'm just going to preserve the last of these. We've eaten some of them fresh as well, but I really want to make sure that we have these put away so they don't go to waste. It's exciting though. I've been enjoying the little banana chips every once in a while. So I'm going to get to slicing, and that's pretty much the 3 ways I'm going to preserve these in this video, is the 3 that I have shown now. And then what I'm going to do with them are like smoothies, banana bread. I may take some of those discs that I froze, the slices, dip those in chocolate and refreeze. And that way we have a fun little treat. That sounds really good. I saw that on Pinterest. So I may do that because it sounds delicious. But that's it. That's pretty much what I'm going to keep doing. And just keep rinsing and repeating. And we will see you back here for the next video. Thank you for joining us.